want to know the dark secret?
Pretty much guarantee you're eating bugs every single day. I hate to break this to you, but for the most part,
So these are privileges that I have in Japan that I...
Okay, my healthy friends, pay attention.
This is an LED streetlight. Let's see what's inside. Uh-oh. Apparently, this is an LED 5G streetlight. It's pretty neat.
Are they all 5G? Is that how they control it turns on and off? There's no solar panel? It's just all timed to be a... Alright, welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. We are really looking into more For You page, creepy, weird, strange, all the things. We're looking at all the things. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get right into it.
You want to know the dark secret behind how most celebrities just don't age. Like harvesting kids between the ages of 5 and 12 to be able to do this. Let's first talk about why A113 appears in all, and I mean all, children movies. It's actually a chemical, and that chemical is only produced by adrenaline. You know when you get that spike of energy when you're super angry or super afraid? Super afraid, huh? Like in Monsters Inc. when they can only survive by scaring little kids and getting that juice. And if you do some deep digging, you'll find the production of Raw per detention center, in which they list all of the names, the birthdays, and how much they produced. We collectively have to wake up and make change.
I didn't even know there was a record of how much was produced and harvested. That is crazy. That is crazy. And these celebrities definitely aren't aging. What is it? What is it? Is it that, like, blood that they're rubbing all over their... Oh, we're gonna keep it going.
Smoking weed is sin? Fine. Let's do this then. The Bible says that nothing is evil of itself, and so I can say with full confidence that without any other context to that question, no, smoking weed in and of itself is not a sin. And here's how I know. Nothing that enters the man can defile the man. It is what leaves through his heart that defiles a man. Sin is not something you take into yourself. Sin is something that comes from you. And it's the same with alcohol. Drinking alcohol in and of itself is not a sin. John the Baptist came neither eating nor drinking, and they said he had a demon. Jesus came eating and drinking with the publicans and the sinners, and they said he was a winebibber and a glutton. They'll damn you if you do, they'll damn you if you don't, because they don't understand a word of it. Because it is neither the abstaining from the food or drink, nor the partaking of the food and drink that is the salvation. The Bible says all things are good and nothing to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving, for it is God who sanctifies a physical thing that you're going to put in your body. Well, what about getting drunk then? Why do you want to do that? Why do you need to get drunk? Having a glass of wine is one thing, but having 3 bottles is something else, ain't it? And it is the same with weed. Why are you smoking that? And what do you do after you've done it? Are you smoking so that you can lay around on the couch and forget your responsibilities, maybe go online and fornicate? Or do you smoke because you have a terrible chronic illness and you can't get out of bed without it? Furthermore, are you bothered by it in your conscience? Is it bothering your soul that you do a thing? Better quit that. You see, your heart knows why it's bothering you. Has nothing to do with weed or alcohol or orgasms. Orgasms aren't a sin either. There's just a way to do a thing and a way not to do a thing. But the thing itself is not evil. To the pure, all things are pure, while to the... Furthermore, we are supposed to be about our business here, serving our Lord fervently and not in any laziness at all. Plenty to be done around here. What is your heart set on, and what are you doing with your life on a daily basis? If smoking means that you can't serve the Lord today, you better run as far from that as you can get. But if it means you can get up and eat your breakfast and get on about your day now, let no man judge you in this thing, and let every man be convinced in his own mind. But if me smoking or drinking or eating meats is gonna offend my weaker brother, I will abstain from all of that in his sight and in his presence. And furthermore, I'm not gonna try to convince him. Oh, a sober mind, you say? Don't drink caffeine, don't eat sugar, don't take any anti-inflammatories, and certainly no pain medication. No more chocolate, and half the herbs that you use to cook with are out the window. You who judge your brethren, you do the same things in a different way and call yourself righteous. Y'all know these pastors have you under the Old Testament and don't even know who Jesus was or what he said? Why don't y'all get real concerned about loving your neighbor as yourself?
I love that. Love your neighbor as thyself. Guys, real quick, all the goons are pure. You're pure. There is no sin. You should not be sinning. You stop it. You stop it. And trust me, you smoking the like button, that's not a sin. You drinking some alcohol, that's not a sin either. It's quite interesting. I like everything this guy is saying, and then self-love. You keep gooning. You keep doing the goon things. You stop it. You're not doing anything bad. Do positive things. Do the right things. And everything will be fine. All right, let's keep it going.
So it is a one piece. Yeah.
Take a video.
Oh, video is another Kodak. It's another Kodak moment. So this part has to derotate underneath. So it's one piece. It's one.
So is this the aorta candle?
Yeah.
That's nice. We're amazing.
Dude, it is so weird looking at the heart and watching it unravel like a spindle type thing and go right back to its shape. That is crazy. That is crazy. We don't know everything, I guess.
Does anyone else find it strange that nobody in America actually owns their home? I know a lot of people think they own their home. They took out a mortgage, they paid it for 30 years, they paid it off, and now they own it. But they don't, because the government does. Like, the actual homeowner of every house in America is the government. Because here's the thing, if you actually own something, once you paid for it, you get to keep it. But that doesn't happen with houses. Think it through logically. In order to purchase a home, a person has to make money from a job, which is money that the government's already taxed. And they need to spend that money on the home, which the government taxes. And then while you're living in that home, you have to pay utility bills, which the government taxes. You have to pay for insurance, which the government taxes. You have to pay for repairs, you have to pay for upkeep, all of which the government taxes. And then once you get to the point that you have completely paid off your home, you still have to pay the government for the privilege of living in the home that you paid off in the form of property taxes. And property taxes just make no fucking sense. It's basically the government saying, yes, we know you paid for it. Yes, we know we didn't do anything to help you pay for it. In fact, we did the exact opposite and took money from you, making it harder to pay for the home. And then everything you needed for the home, we charged you more for. But if you don't continue to pay us property tax even after you pay off your home, we're going to take it from you. That's not ownership. Every single person in America is a renter, even if you think you own your home. You don't.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Also, it was very distracting watching all those weirdly satisfying hacks that you can do. I like the marshmallow toaster one. That was pretty cool. Yes, property taxes are a thing. How long are we going to let them do this? Why? They didn't let me pay off my house. They didn't get it. They just keep collecting. They just keep collecting, and we just keep blindly doing this.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe.
Say you're sorry.
No.
Yeah, say you're sorry.
No.
Yes.
I won't say sorry.
Why?
Sorry is a shame system. So we don't apologize to each other, so no.
What?
So, all right, you did a video. So the reason I don't say sorry is because Marshall Rosenberg explains it as a jackal speak thing. This is a shame system. Saying you're sorry gets worn out from people using it as a cop-out, like, sorry, I'm sorry, as though somehow that's a lesson learned. It's not. It's much better to acknowledge, say how you're going to work on how you're going to grow through it, and then make new agreements. So if I did something like, hey, I goofed up, I was late to something that's important to you because I know it's important for you to be on time.
Yeah.
Instead of going, I'm sorry, and then just expecting that to erase it, I would go, babe, I know that I'm late. I had this and this that happened. I need to accommodate for it better in the future by leaving earlier. So now I've learned a lesson. So from now on, I'll never be late again. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
That way I don't have to be ashamed of myself, because say you're sorry.
Right.
No, say you're sorry like you mean it.
Yeah.
Now go to your room and think about what you did. It's a shame system. Sorry is designed to make you feel bad for what you are. You don't have to do that. Now, a sincere apology is still appreciated, and make sure you're deliberate. But I don't say sorry, because the whole point of something that's a mistake is to learn from it.
That's
and if
good.
I learn from it, I can acknowledge what I learned, show how I'm going to improve, and then we can agree that's just better for our relationship.
Agreed. I also
So,
don't like saying it like that either.
Say you're sorry.
I hate that.
Yeah, no, so it's funny.
Not
that
good
you
for
did
either
that.
one of us.
No, we
All
don't
right.
say sorry. We just show how we're going to grow.
Good job. Thank you.
Bro, that guy's got a glorious beard. That beard was very distracting. So I'm not feeling the shame system. Hey, if I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you know I'm sorry. I'm gonna still tell you all the reasons and why I'm sorry. If it's like, hey, I'm sorry without any reasons, I think that's meaningless. So, interesting. No shame here. Goons, did you interact with the video? Come on now. Look at all this content we're getting here. Come on now.
Happy person trick that will absolutely change your life. You totally won't like it at first, but if you try it, you will see how powerful you are. If you're new, my name is Aaliyah. I teach Law of Attraction, aka Manifestation. You can follow. I teach you everything I know here. This trick, you're not gonna like it, but the happy person trick is to, listen, let everybody off the hook. Your grouchy partner, your negative boss, your crazy kids, your brow-furrowing mother, everybody off the hook. You look at something you don't like somebody being negative, your attention is literally fueling their negativity. Whatever we look at is energetically activated. So when you let them off the hook, you're actually energetically freeing them. This is not enabling them. Letting them off the hook results in 3 outcomes. 1, with a little time, they actually change. 2, you actually stop caring or you just think it's funny. 3, you or them are inspired to easily just go away. But it does start with you. Here's 3 ways to actually do this. 1 is you can declare that, hey, you know what, you're off the hook. You can also say, you know, I'm just not gonna worry about you anymore. I'm done caring. Or you can say, which my favorite is, we are on our paths and I love you. The best part disrupts the thing about ourselves that actually made us a match to them in the first place.
Yo, I feel like I'm doing this by default. I live every day like it's the last time, so I don't try to hold any grudges. I let everything go. I'm like, yo, just in case. But I'll be back the next day. Don't you, goons, we're gonna keep it. You're gonna transcend with us. I love this, though. The happy person trick, I think, is awesome.
It's already here. This isn't going to be a war like you've read in the history books or like that we've had in history. No blood, guns, or guts. No flag on a hill. No Russia. No China. You might try to convince us that we're in some kind of proxy war. We need to approve all these packages to send to all these countries so those countries can return it back to us in political donations. The war is already here. It's not coming. It's already here. We're in the thick of it. We're in the throes of it. This is the war. This is the war. And we have been in this war for years now. This is a different kind of revolution. It's freedom to speak versus propaganda and censorship. It's dangerous freedom versus peaceful slavery. It's farmers, small-time farmers versus regulations and unnecessary scientific advancements, lab meat, climate change. It's a culture war, but with every new generation comes a new culture war. It's always been that way. It's been that way forever. Culture war ebbs and flows. It's medical tyranny versus do no harm. It's follow the money versus trust me, bro. It's hard, hurtful truths versus the easy, acceptable lies. It's a bright light that hurts your eyes but cleanses your soul versus the darkness for this fake ignorance for peace of mind. We're not coming up on a depression. We are in a depression. During the actual depression, the poor weren't affected nearly as much as the wealthy. Look what is happening right now. Hollywood's going broke. These $1 million a year salaries for mainstream media outlets are going broke. They're going under. They're going out. How many millionaires that own these chain restaurants are losing their ass now and having to file for bankruptcy? The only thing that really affects us is our grocery bill. If you want to buy a new car, you're going to pay a little more. If you want to buy a house, you're going to pay a little more. But you make it work and you make it happen, and you do so without any fear. You do so with faith. We've been at war. It has been a modern day revolution. They may not have come and attacked you physically, but they've been coming and attacking you mentally. Hired bot farms upon bot farms upon bot farms to come into your comment sections and say really awful, terrible things to try and push you over the edge. They don't have to take care of you. They're hoping that they can push you far enough to where you're going to take care of yourself. So the next question is, are we winning? And my answer to that is, are you still here?
I am winning. I am a goon. The goons are gonna win everything. This lady hit on a lot of things. I definitely don't like the trust me bro science. So, yeah, do your own research, do the right things. We're always at war.
I can pretty much guarantee you're eating bugs every single day. I hate to break this to you, but for the most part, real food is grown outdoors. The United States Food and Drug Administration knows it's impossible to keep all the nature out. So, instead they just put limits on how many bugs and rodents can be in your food. For example, a single can of sweet corn can contain up to 2 larvae of corn earworms and all the skin that they shed while they're developing. A single serving of peanut butter can have up to 8 insect fragments and a little bit of rodent hair. Oh yeah, you're eating rats and mice too. 450 insect parts and up to 9 rodent hairs in a single pound of pasta.
I could do this all day.
But I won't. Instead, I'm just gonna ruin your morning cup of joe with the fact that 10 milligrams of insect and animal poop are allowed in a single pound of coffee beans, and 4 to 6% of those beans can be insect infected or moldy. My point isn't to scare you into never eating fresh foods again, quite the opposite. It's to let you know you're already eating bugs every day. So don't worry if a few of them happen to show up in your garden produce.
Yeah, exactly. You know, my Wife and I have been doing gardening now. It's okay. Bugs is okay. Everything be fine. Just harvest, keep eating. Keep eating. You're eating bugs, rodents, mice, your poop. You're eating everything. Everything's going to be fine.
They're not after us. They're after your kids. Your kids aren't this tall. Your kids are this tall. So when they market the garbage, your kids don't know that. Adult height, child height. Your kids don't know what grain-free cereal is, but they know who Mickey Mouse and Disney stars are. Because where's Daddy Shark Doo-Doo? Oh, there's Baby Shark Doo-Doo. But I don't see no Spider-Man or Minions. Whoop, but they're there. And humans are attracted to colorful things. It means nutritional density. Nothing says nutritional density like this. Just think statistically. Well, who's about this tall that follows that person? Kids. Just in case you're wondering for marketing, see, all crappy brands.
Yeah, I feel this is a tactic that many supermarkets use. They put all the kid stuff on the bottom. Hey, why would I get the boring kind when I can get the Mickey Mouse kind?
So pork is a 98.4% genetic match to humans. That's why when you go in to get a heart valve replaced, you get a pig valve, because pigs are so close to us genetically. Pig tends to make us really inflamed. So we get real puffy when we eat pig. It happened to me last night. I ate bacon. I ate 3 pieces of bacon yesterday morning with my hard-boiled eggs, and my ankles were swollen by the end of the night. And it happens every time. I get really puffy in my wrists, in my ankles. I retain water just off of pork.
I do not have this problem. I've eaten many bacons and many porks, and I have never swelled up, so it must be a genetic thing or something else going on. Maybe you have a allergy or you're intolerant to it. We're going to keep it going.
Here are 3 hidden dental products in your bathroom right now that's destroying your health. I have Trina from Primal Life Organics, who's going to give you the first one. Trina, what's the first one?
Mouthwash. Stop using mouthwash. It's killing all of your healthy bacteria and preventing you from making your own nitric oxide, leaving you more susceptible to high blood pressure and heart disease.
Oof, yikes. The second one is going to be toothpaste that contains fluoride. Similar to the mouthwash, it'll shut down nitric oxide production, and fluoride is a neurotoxin as well. What is the last one, Trina?
Dental floss that contains PFAS, which is forever chemicals. These forever chemicals, especially when you're flossing and you get a little bit of blood, if they get into your body, will live in your body for a really, really long time, sometimes forever, because your body doesn't have the ability to break these toxins down.
I did not know about that and dental floss. Now I need to go check my own dental floss and see. But the mouthwash thing, it makes sense. You know, hey, you're killing all the bacteria and you're not leaving the good bacteria back. And then fluoride. It's a love-hate relationship with fluoride. If you don't use it, you can be prone to cavities. And then they say cavities are too long of a reaction. We're going to keep it going.
Is a jet suit flying paramedic in Romania. He reached a mock patient at the summit of a mountain in 2 minutes, which is a trip that normally takes more than 2 hours by foot. The technology has been in development since 2017. The latest version features 7 miniature jet engines, 2 on each arm, 3 in the back. It can reach speeds greater than 85 miles an hour at more than 12,000 feet. The UK could be the first country to put this jet suit into practice.
Bro, we need this at Mount Everest so we can rescue all the people that need rescuing and maybe bring down some bodies that are being used as points of... Never mind. Yeah, very interesting. I love this. So let's keep this jetpack technology going. It almost feels like the future is very near. Are we all going to soon be affording one? Do we need a license? How do I get one? Sign me up.
Dude, the Boeing whistleblower just turned up not alive. You know how Boeing's planes have been falling apart mid-air for the last year, like doors coming off, tires falling off mid-flight? Well, it turns out that this guy, John Barnett, who spent almost a decade as the quality manager for a plant making the 787 Dreamliner, one of the problem childs of Boeing, well, he retired in 2017, and he's been taking legal action against them ever since. He's been alleging things like when a plane isn't getting built fast enough, they'll tell their dudes just to go and get scrap from the scrap bin, like broken parts and parts that didn't pass inspection, just slap them on there so the plane gets done in time. He also claimed that up to 1/4 of the oxygen masks would fail if actually deployed, plus a number of other allegations that Boeing obviously denied. And then he wound up not alive in his truck in a car park on the 9th of March from a quote, self-inflicted wound. But the spooky part is what he did right before that happened. Because see, this legal battle's been going on for years now. But just this last week, he gave a formal deposition in which he was questioned by Boeing's lawyers. So Boeing's lawyers just asked him a whole bunch of questions under oath about what he knows. And then that same week, he turns out to not know anything anymore. Right before he was due to undergo further questioning on Saturday. So what did they find out that he found out that now we're not going to find out? I mean, allegedly, obviously. If it was like an accidental death, like a car crash or something, you might be able to go coincidence. But like, who fights a legal battle for years and years and years, and then the year when Boeing's problems are all coming to light and proving you right, then you decide to off yourself? Like, once like the world is like totally turning to your side, then you're over it and you're gonna just quit? I mean, really? So I don't know what's going on, but puts on Boeing.
I don't know what's going on, but I believe a man was silenced, and I believe many more are going to be silenced if we don't get Boeing back on track. Don't do too much investigation you don't know. Be anonymous for everything, it sounds like. Otherwise, they're coming after you, just like the water engine guy that got... All right, we're going to keep it going.
I'm going to say this one last time because the cops just left my house when my babies are here.
I haven't talked about kids and gaming safety in a while, so let's review. Gaming consoles live in a public area, not in their rooms. The FBI says there's over 500,000 child predators online at any given time, usually targeting kids 15 and under. Make sure their username doesn't give away anything about them, like even their school mascot. Many kids don't know the difference between real-life friends and online friends. Make that distinction. If your kids are young, no mics on headsets. Watch out for in-app purchases, especially Roblox. There were over 500 swatting incidents last year in 6 months, and that's when the FBI just started tracking it. Kids overshare. And they're not using a VPN. Using a VPN hides your IP address. That can protect your location. We use ExpressVPN and it covers all electronics. Using Bark Home can also track online traffic. These are all in my profile. There's also a link to how to properly set up Roblox. Be aware and be safe.
Be aware and be safe. Make kids are safe on the internet.
Is treating parasites, a fundamental aspect for optimal health? And do you recommend DE or ivermectin to aid the process?
What we find that is if people have animals in their home, they really need to do a parasite mix every detox regularly. And the herbs that are the most potent are wormwood and black walnut and also oregano essential oil. And often you can get a mix for that. But it's important to take them 3 times a day for about 10 days and then have a little bit of a break, and that'll allow any eggs to hatch, and then do another 10 days. So sometimes every couple of months that needs to be done.
Thank you.
And also another, I use pumpkin seeds as well.
Pumpkin seeds, the first thing you eat when you have breakfast in the morning is pumpkin seeds, garlic too. There's a few foods that help.
Yeah, but I think it is incredibly important in this day and age to, deworm on a regular basis.
Oh, it's hard getting dewormer now. They banned ivermectin. Yeah, because of all... Never mind. Okay, yeah, Barbara O'Neill, real good. Don't come after me.
Did you know that every single part of your body, almost every aspect of how you handle your life, is owed to how you use your breath? Inhale and exhale through the nose, better health, less disease. Inhale and exhale through the mouth to generate energy. Short inhale through the nose, long exhale through the mouth to meditate. Breath of fire, rapid inhale, exhale through the nose for euphoria and energy. Long inhale through the mouth, long exhale through the mouth, releasing trauma. Inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth in an O shape. Deep grounding and body connection. Inhale, exhale through the mouth in a whistle for instant joy.
I'm instant joy. Hopefully some of the goons try this stuff. Breathing real good.
Every year, 15 million pounds of artificial food dye is put into food. And a lot of those foods are marketed towards kids, especially something like this little fruit snack, or quotes, fruit snack, has a lot of these dyes in it. And, you know, these dyes are really, they're linked to behavior problems in kids, ADHD, even autism. And, you know, I used to think food dye, that's just food dye. It's not good, it's not bad, but I've really seen a big link with diseases in my kids, my patients, allergies, other inflammatory diseases, behavior problems. It's a big problem.
Well, and if you look at the data, very high likelihood that food coloring may cause some behavioral disorders. The FDA acknowledges red number 3 as a known carcinogen, a chemical that could cause cancer, and yet it's still approved for use. So again,
other important ones, red number 40, yellow number 5, and yellow number 6.
Why? Leave the food dyes out.
So these are privileges that I have in Japan that I didn't have living in America. No credit scores, baby. They don't give a fuck about no credit scores down here. You want to rent an apartment? You want to buy a house? They're not checking that shit because there is no formal credit check system here. When I was moving into like 3 different apartments, they're just like, you got a job? I was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, cool. They don't check pay stubs. They don't check shit. I get to go to the dentist every 3 months. I got my wisdom teeth taken out for less than $20. I do my cleanings for like... It's all covered by the health insurance. They cover dental, they cover vision. I don't need a car. I don't need to drive nowhere. If I get back from the grocery store, I'm like, I forgot butter. I can just walk back 5 minutes. I don't have to hop in the car and drive for 10, 15 minutes. I can pay my bills at the convenience store. They're on every corner too. If I go outside in public, I'm never thinking like, oh my God, is someone gonna come out and like, grrr? Like, I never have to think about that, like ever.
Yeah. It sounds like this lady's gonna be moving to Japan.
Okay, my healthy friends, pay attention to this video for next time when you go out to eat.
And utensils you're given to eat with. We put them to the test, and Stephen Fabian tells you what we found.
How clean is that fork you're about to put in your mouth? Here's the concern. By the time you get your entree, those utensils and plates have been handled by multiple employees, and that can be a potential problem. So we decided to swab some utensils and dishes. Results are in.
The samples had millions of bacteria that would you normally find in fecal matter or poop.
Okay, let me know your thoughts about this video, and if you enjoy videos just like this one, go ahead and give a follow. And as always, guys, stay healthy and stay safe.
I mean, we're already eating poop, bugs, rats, and mice fur. I mean, at this point, yeah, it is expected.
I don't think it should be that close to my face either. Innocent plant? I think not. This is known as the gimpy gimpy, also known as the stinging tree, also known as the suicide plant. So this guy here is covered in silica hairs that are basically filled with neurotoxins, which are more or less in line with the same venom that you get from certain spiders and cone shells. So all you need to do is brush up against this, and the tiny silica hairs act like hypodermic needles, and they stick into your skin and they inject you with a neurotoxin that will put you in excruciating pain. So they say initially it feels like an electric shock, then it starts to feel like stinging wasps, and eventually the pain can increase so bad that it feels like you're getting slammed between 2 bricks. And this pain goes on for months and months, and there is no cure. And that's why they call it the suicide plant, because people who have been stung by this have made it quite well known that they would rather end it all than deal with the pain that comes from this plant. So I'm actually having a giveaway at Sid's Ventures. Let me know what your favorite video is and why, and I will send you a leaf of Gimpy Gimpy, as well as a free set of tongs. Yep, I'm getting out of this forest.
Bro, he's doing the exploring for us, so we know. Make sure you don't interact with this tree/leaf. Man, that'd be real painful. Okay, we're at the end. How'd you do? There was a lot to take in here. A lot of self-healing, meditation, breathing, literally everything. Everything. We're gonna keep it going all the time for even more videos. Guys, there should be videos on the screen now. Click on either one of them. Continue the Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.